All right, welcome back. Second round of 2006 LOD rookie podcast. We've got a returning rookie. Is this your third time applying? You've been in the rookie pool before, haven't you? Besides the original,
Fucking
yeah. So this is
yeah,
a we got a
ridiculous,
three-peat. Not the type of three-peat you're after, but
ridiculous.
so here we go. We got Jordan. I'm sure most of you folks are familiar with him. Jordan, say hi to the folks. Tell them what you've been up to.
Hey, folks, same old thing, grinding, studying, living. That's it.
Not paying for internet connections.
Yeah, right. What am I? Am I taught? Am I fucking pausing? I'm connected to McDonald's Wi-Fi across the street. It should be good, right?
Are you
I
really?
really? Am I
It
really fucking
seems
up?
like it.
There he goes.
Should I
It
go
was.
off?
It was like, yeah, you were like freezing a little bit.
Am I good?
No, it was not that bad.
All right, all
No,
right.
it's fine.
Yeah, it's
So
all good, man. We'll make it work.
let's keep it rolling.
So yeah, we can obviously forgo some of the initial questions we asked folks on here, such as,
Who
who do
do
you
you
know in the
know?
league,
How'd
or
you get in the
how
league?
did you get here? What's your experiences? Unfortunately, most of us know what your fantasy experience is.
Right.
But
So
yeah, man. So explain to us why you find yourself in this position, and why we should be surprised that you're here.
this fucking Scott, dude, he hates me. You got me?
You think it's Scott?
No, I'm fucking around. No, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
just it was another bad year. I mean, I was competitive all season, fucking week in, week out, 6, 7, 5 spot all year, and then a couple bad beats towards the end of the year. I mean, it's no excuses. It's just I had I had a good draft. I mean, we've talked on bunch of previous podcasts how my team could, be one of the sleeper picks to make a playoff push, and come second half of the year, they just kind of crumbled, and I, went stuck with my strat, stuck with my guys, thought we could turn it around. Obviously not, could have hit the trade wire a little harder. Obviously, I'm not never really been a big trade guy, whether it's fantasy baseball, fantasy football, whatever fantasy I'm in. I like to kind of
Also,
do my
not a big.
research. And
You're not big on streaming.
yeah, not a big streamer. I mean, it doesn't mean I wasn't active all season. I mean, up to the very last fucking week, I knocked Bobby out of the
No,
fucking
I just
playoffs.
I
You know what
just
I
wonder
mean?
why. I I'm just curious why you don't like stream.
It's a different. It's different each year. I mean, obviously I saw last year that I could have streamed a little better, and now I just take that in consideration moving forward to the next year. Let's try to definitely can try to work on my streaming ability if that's the way the league, obviously is turning to, and obviously it's been for a while. It's you get people like Jacoby who fucking streams his ass off, and it's obviously working for him. So, just a learning experience. I think I've learned a lot since I started way back in fucking 2020. I mean, obviously it was just a short season, but you know, kind of played my strat that year, did my draft. I mean, like I said, it was a short season. Took me all the way to the finals, even though it didn't count, doesn't count in the fucking record books, and it doesn't count to, Scott and everyone loves to fucking say it doesn't count. But sometimes my strats work, sometimes they don't, and that doesn't mean I'm not active. That doesn't mean I'm not a fucking good member of the league. It doesn't mean I'm not on the waiver wires. That doesn't mean I'm not watching baseball, MLB.TV every single
I
night,
think it's like
CBS Fantasy Sports
more
fucking podcasts. I got, Sirius XM radio going every day on my way to work, listening to fantasy baseball shit, so I mean, like I said, I was competitive all year. Last couple weeks, I took some bad beats and knocked me down to, I think I finished like ninth or 10th this year. And shit happens, and that's why I'm here talking to you guys right now, which, I'd rather be fucking studying and fucking, you know, getting my draft strategy around instead of fucking talking to you guys right now.
So I know you were kidding a little bit when you said Scott hates you, and that's why you're here. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I know we kind of went back and forth on this, whether or not certain years counted, or there was a reset based on your first time in the pool. But weren't you literally autoed into the pool this year based on your average finishes?
No, nope. One more year, and then I would be autoed in. It was what's it? 3 years average.
No,
I've only
if we
been
didn't, we didn't count, if we didn't count his break, then yeah, he would have.
right, but like a couple years ago,
So
I
it's
had
kind
to step
of
away. It just so
Gotcha.
haven't
So
been
there
officially
was a
autoed in
reset
yet.
there.
Yeah, haven't been autoed in yet. Like I said, have some had some good weeks, had some bad weeks. And I don't know, man. I just obviously can keep learning, and like you said, do more streaming, hit the trade wire a little harder. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, obviously would rather just be studying, getting my draft strategy ready instead of talking to you guys. As much as I love hanging out with you guys and fucking podcasting all year, but yeah, man. Hopefully we can get one more season. Prove to you guys that I fucking can make a run somewhere.
So what do you think about the league settings as they are? They've been this way for a while, and how do you feel that that affects, or just basically overall strategy has been affected by how this league's sort of evolving? We talked a little bit about the necessity to stream pitchers and spots, and I know you say you kind of
Yeah,
stick by your original, run with the guys that brought you their strategy. But what do you think about the evolution of the league with something as glaring as Jacoby winning the league this year in his style of play?
it's wild, man. I mean, everyone's strategy works for, themselves, obviously. The league has definitely evolved since I've been in 2020. I mean, clear example is that the fucking closers value has, diminished there, you know what I mean? Like last year, I mean, the year before, you had Kevin I think he won that year, just had no closers at all, just punted that the entire season. I mean, the couple years before when I was in there, like closers were valuable, man. Everyone was trying to grab a good closer. Everyone was trying to trade every week for a closer. I mean, the evolution of the league with streaming and with we did the fab budget and the penalties now, your fines coming out of your fab budget. It's definitely evolved a lot. And like I said, everyone's strategy works for themselves. And like I said, year after year, you just got to take that shit into account and try to tune your game up a little bit to versus what everybody
speaking
else is doing.
speaking of closers.
Yep,
What you got to explain to me? What the fuck with Emmanuel Class A, dude?
let's hear it. I mean, he was fucking.
Last year,
There was a goddamn court case going on, and I mean, there was word that
why did you
the
why did it take
investigation
so
and
long
shit
to
was going
drop him?
on, and
You just couldn't.
because he was still investigation. I mean, I think he finally got the word that he's
He
not
was
coming
not.
back next year, and then that's when I dropped him. I mean, it
I think as
was,
soon as they were,
I could have cut ties with him sooner. Obviously, I don't disagree with that, especially because he wasn't able to be placed on my IR spot or anything. Definitely could have cut ties with him sooner, but you like I said, I had a strat. I drafted some good guys. I had a good draft. I had a good solid team in the first couple of weeks. The first half of the season, I was doing great. I was sticking to my strat, and it didn't work out at the end. But yeah, definitely could have cut ties with him sooner. So I mean, like I said, each year you see shit that you could have done differently, and you take it into consideration for next year, and hopefully you do a little better.
You want to ask him about some player eval?
sure.
What
How
you
do you
got?
feel about Bryce Terang?
He's dude, he had a good year last year. Not gonna lie. The year before I had him on my team. He's a good little streamer. Um, good bat. He's not a good power guy. Definitely good to have on your team for the categories we have. I think last year his steals went down a little bit. So I mean, if you want money wise, I think he's someone that can go for maybe 15, 20. If someone needs a spot for him. If not, then he's probably just going to sit there. Um, but yeah, he's a good player for sure. Good average guy if he gets his steals back up. Not really a big power guy, but he's got a couple solid categories he can contribute to.
About the arm side, what do you think about Michael King?
Not really on my radar this year. Honestly, I haven't really done too much research on him. So, I mean, he's a good starting pitcher, two, maybe starting pitcher three. I mean, this year, I mean, every year, dude, starting pitcher is just so up and down. The injuries are just getting crazy every year. So, I mean, if you got to load up on guys and have, quantity over quality, Michael King could be a good, guy for your pitching staff for sure.
What do you think value wise there?
Um, like I said, it changes depending on what you need for the to build out your team. Michael King, I could see going the same kind of as Trang, maybe in the 20s.
So you're familiar with this because you've been on the other side of the mic before. One of the games we like to play around here is Fuck, Marry, Kill. So we got a small list for you. You've
Oh
got to
shit!
choose to fuck one, marry one, and kill one. Your list is Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and Joe Rogan.
You got to marry Mr. Beast. He's got so much fucking money. Probably kill fucking Jake Paul. He's a fucking idiot. I don't like him. Is he fucking running for? He's gonna be a fucking politician now. And then you know, fuck Joe Rogan, I guess.
So to be clear, it's Logan that you're
It's
killing, but I'm sure it's the same thing really at the end of
Oh,
the
it
what did I
day.
say,
seems like
Jake?
they're
Did I say
interchangeable.
Jake? Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're the same fucking person.
yeah.
God damn it.
It's all right. People
Either
fuck
way,
that up
we're
all the
killing both of
time.
them. They're fucking
Yeah.
idiots, both of them.
Look, he's my side piece. I don't know what you guys are talking.
Yeah, you
Fucking-
if you want to go back and listen to the other one and you can hear Jared talk about how he
How
literally
attractive he
was
is.
worried about all the passion that would be involved in a relationship with
Logan Paul.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Logan Paul. So
Yeah, excited to go back and listen to
he,
that one
he just
for
wanted him
sure.
as a side piece.
Excited to go
True
back and
grit.
listen to that one.
Yeah. So yeah. So what if you could pick an NBA? I'm sorry, an MLB player that sort of you could relate to as far as who would represent your personality, guy that you've watched play, who would closely be linked to you as far as the way you operate in life in the MLB.
Say Belly, just fucking stoned as shit out there on the field, just fucking smacking homers, carefree. I've always liked Bellinger. Just fucking
Yeah, he's got a sweet swing.
yeah, man. I'm sad he's not a Cub
He's got a
anymore, but
sweet swing.
sad he's not a Cub anymore. I mean, they can't keep anybody. Tucker's gone
Yeah,
too, so well, at least we got
Lose your
Bregman.
can't keep
mechanic.
them
Gotta
all.
make sure you keep your.
What's that?
If you lose your mechanic, you just got to make sure you keep your mechanics right.
I guess so.
Check.
And not fucking injure myself doing a celebration.
Who was the guy? Oh yeah, Kendrys Morales. I had him
He
that
was
year,
really,
and he
he was
was, dude, he
really
was
fucking good.
raking. He was raking on in that
Breaking
lineup,
out. He was
and
breaking
then
out on Angels.
yes,
And he was sick.
raking.
And he hit that walk off. Was it a grand slam
Yeah, Grandy comes over, starts jumping up and down on the
on the
fucking
plate?
plate,
He
just
was never the same.
destroys his ankle.
Went to the A's. He was never the same. He was never the same player.
Oh man, that was tough. Yeah, you got to watch those celebrate. Now you watch them all run around. It's a very muted celebration.
He
They're
was
all
like,
like,
I was a big fan of.
As it
dude,
should be.
I was gonna walk him into the clubhouse and pop the champagne. He was playing so good, and I paid nothing for
Yeah,
him because he was just a
it's awesome.
staunch waiver wire guy, and he was just crushing it.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, dude.
It's like,
Funny.
What
that's what
else we got for this
you're on the
guy?
Angels.
Yeah, what else you got?
So Jordan, just why don't you give like an appeal to the league?
Well, I
Why
gave
they
my
should give him
appeal
another chance?
in my letter I wrote. You know what I mean? Like I've been a solid member the last, couple years I've been in. I've been active. I've been competitive. I've made it to the finals. If you want someone that you know is going to be consistent, you know it's going to be competing to the fucking last week, even though they're technically eliminated from the playoffs like last year. I got knocked out of playoff contention the last, 3 or 4 weeks there, and I was still, active on the waiver wire, adding, dropping, up to the very last day, knocked Bobby out and got Kevin Green in the playoffs. And if you want someone that is going to be a good league member, and it's going to be, you know, watching baseball every day and listening to podcasts and on their phone and setting their alarms in the morning so they can wake up and add and drop some people if they got a stream one week. Then I'm your guy. You want to take a random chance on some rando. I mean, you never know what you're going to get, but you know what you're going to get with me, and
Do you
people
think
might think I'm not the best fantasy
if the
player, but like I said, that shit, I can improve. I can keep studying more and keep changing my strategy, and you know what I mean. No excuses. I know I haven't been the best, you know, but I've been active. I've been, committed to it. So I mean, if that's what you want for the league, those are the type of people you
anyone's
want in the league, then I'm your guy.
yeah, I don't think anyone doubts your commitment. That's
Right, for
Yeah,
sure. I mean,
agreed.
you don't. Yeah,
And
it's
there's something to be said. I mean, yeah,
I mean
something
that's
to
a
be said
big
about
part of
showing
it.
up.
It's a huge
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
We've
yeah,
dealt with it
biggest
before.
part
We
is
brought
showing
some
up.
guys in that knew their shit, but yeah, you don't know if somebody's ready
Exactly. And
you
it's
can
not
talk,
even the
you can act like you understand what the type of commitment it's going to be, but
right. And it's not even the fact that they might not be
so
ready.
I
They
think the
just,
Class A thing bit you in the ass, though.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I could have cut ties with them sooner when I saw the investigation even starting, you know what I mean? But I wanted to write it out, and maybe I wrote it out a little too long, and you guys gave me shit for it, and I took it on the chin, and I fucking cut him, and I moved on and learned from it for this year. So I mean, like I said, you guys want a
I
solid
get it.
guy,
I
you
get it.
guys want an active member, I'm your guy. What's up?
I think you waited like a month after his locker was cleared out, though.
It was
That was
not a
way
fucking month.
late.
like
It was not a goddamn month. It might have been a
It
fucking,
was way
it
late. We were
might have been
making
a
jokes
week.
about you keeping class late for at least like 2 weeks.
oh
It might have been a
At
week. All right,
least two
guys,
weeks.
let's not fucking throw me under the bus here. It was not a goddamn month. Jesus, I'm not that blind. Jesus. But
as soon as he signed Wander Franco's lawyer, I think you probably should have yeah taken the hint.
I guess you're right. I know. But like I said, man, you guys have brought in random people in, and it sounds like they know their shit. Sounds like they'll be a good competitor, and then halfway through the season, they fucking give up and don't even care about the league anymore. I mean, I've cared about this league since 2020, and obviously cared about it when I wasn't even in it because I was still watching baseball, listening to podcasts, getting ready to hop back in the next year if you guys needed a person, and that happened a couple years ago, and I hopped back in, and like I said, man, you can't doubt my activity, but if you doubt my strategy, that's fine. But at least that's something I can grow on.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just to circle back, when you seem like you're the thing I kind of hear you saying over and over is that everyone's strategy works for themselves, and I understand the sentiment, but I guess
Hmm.
my question is, do you really believe that there's room in this league at this point to have a quote unquote strategy that's almost proven at this point that it doesn't work, and then
No,
just kind of stick
no.
to that versus, or do you feel like you're coming in with a mentality that I'm going to be adaptive here and do what needs to
Yeah,
be
no.
done to be competitive?
Yeah, you got to come in with that attitude. You got to come in with the I have to be adaptive attitude. Like I said, every year it's different. It could be different one year, could be different the next year, could be different for this guy, could be different for that guy. But like I said, a couple times, like it's about seeing what worked, seeing what didn't work, changing it next year, changing it halfway through the season, changing it next week, changing it next month. Is baseball is such a long haul. Your strategy could change, halfway through, and last year, I was competitive the first half, so I thought that strategy was working for me, and it didn't work the second half, and I paid for it obviously because I'm now here on a fucking podcast for the third time. But man,
Well,
I
man,
love the
I
league. I love
appreciate it.
fucking playing with you guys. I love fucking grinding. I love, getting the info. I love getting the knowledge and learning and, talking with you guys and throughout the season, fucking bullshitting over the chats and, getting together a couple of times a month like we did last year and podcasting for the guys so they can have some bullshit to listen to. That's what I really like to do, and that's why I want to, be back here, and that's why, I'm still fighting to stay in the league, because I want all this baseball and all these podcasts and radio that I listen to be put to the test, And you guys are obviously a fucking
Yeah, I mean,
competitive
like
group, so
won't
it's
be
it's
won't
going to
be.
take a lot more.
I don't commit. I don't think I can get commitment to the league.
Right? Yeah.
I don't think
I'm
that's
just
an
I'm just
issue.
saying, yeah. I'm just saying, it's like you
Maybe
said,
no, I was just gonna say maybe on our way out you could tell us the dumbest thing you've ever seen Bobby do.
Bobby. Oh, Jesus Christ. Um, we got wasted in Buffalo one night, and he fucking he didn't make it back to his hotel room and slept in the stairways of the hotel. I think I got a picture of him fucking passed out on the stairwell of the fucking back hotel room.
You get to this room,
Yeah, didn't make it to his room. Tried to
Shit,
wake him up a couple times. I said, you know what, dude, I'm gonna snap a picture and I'll see you in the morning. But
man, that's
yeah, it
that's a
happens to
pretty
the
good one,
best of us.
hearing that story. If that ranks up there, I'm glad there were not phones when I was doing my stupid shit. 'Cause I tell you what,
right?
that was a Tuesday night. You just explained.
No iPhones in my 20s.
Thank
It's
God.
anything, taking pictures of anything.
Jesus Christ.
All right,
Christ
man. Well,
almighty.
I appreciate you, dude. You got
Yeah,
anything, Jared, on the way out?
No, I just think let's you know. I think
that's
we all know
fucking
Jordan. I
yeah.
just would like to see Jordan take more chances. I feel like he's too conservative. He plays too safe,
I feel that,
And I think when he's and I think and I know like I'm on the complete opposite end of that. Like maybe I take like way too many risks, but when I
hmm
see like something not working, like immediately, like you have to switch like right away. Like you can't wait 2 or 3 weeks and then sort of like see what happens. Especially like in the second half, you can kind of play the first half a little bit more, but in the second half, you got to just be like you should be streaming bats if you're not losing offense. Like you should be I
Yeah.
don't know, just doing
Taking
everything
chances.
you can.
Doesn't
Yeah,
always work
yeah.
out, but you take
You gotta
chances.
No, I hear
take
it.
take your shots.
And
I feel like
and
you're
that's one of
LeBron in the finals, shoot
just passing
10
it off to
points.
fucking
Like,
No, I hear that. And that was
yeah, like
that's the biggest thing I took away from last year, especially when the trade deadline was approaching. I could have been kind of pushing the envelope. Just having some. I was just having some casual trade talks, and I, just nothing really followed through. So I was like, you know what, my team's been competitive first half. Let's ride it out. Let's see, what happens. But yeah, if I could take anything from last year, it would just be, conservative isn't always the best approach, and obviously you and Brian showed that the second half of the season. I mean, you guys made fucking crazy trades. I mean, it didn't get you guys in the playoffs, but it obviously got you guys a higher up in the rank there, higher finish, and that's the shit you got to do, and that's the shit you got to take chances on and adapt to, during the season. Yeah, yep, for sure, man.
All right. Appreciate your time, man. Good luck. We'll get these out hopefully tonight. And what do you think? We're going to vote by
I
middle
think
of the
we
week,
Soon,
might go
Wednesday?
as early as tomorrow. I don't know, whenever
sooner,
you want.
sooner the better. I
So
want to
sometime
fucking
this week,
sooner the better. I want to start my
I
fucking.
would
I want
think.
to keep my
We'll
keep my
just
Yeah,
draft
tell we'll
prep
just tell
going.
everybody they have to vote by Wednesday,
yeah,
right? We'll
Yeah,
we'll,
yeah.
we'll have an answer by Wednesday.
I would imagine.
yeah.
That way, if
Sooner the better,
anybody's
man.
out of the country or
Yeah, traveling,
in prison, jail, whatever, they've got
drunk,
some time
drunk voting
to
while they're
work
on the
out.
plane or
If
something.
Bobby's on a bender,
Well, that's
yeah,
that's
Jacoby could
24/7.
be scuba diving, trying to find his iPhone in the lake.
Protesting.
Jesus.
Yeah, we could
Yeah,
have
dude.
protesting going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously. God
all
damn. So
kinds
yeah,
of
it
shit.
sounds like I missed a lot in the fucking group chat. You know, it kind of sucks. You guys just fucking booted me right out,
Yeah, there's been
huh?
some rule changes too, but we didn't want to burden you with those unless you
All
yeah,
right.
made us
Unless you
feel
needed to
so.
know. Yeah.
Hit me with
Yeah,
them, man. You know, I'm
Nothing
ready. So,
major.
all right.
yeah,
But
yeah,
They
yeah.
they sound like more they sound more extreme than they really are.
yeah,
Like,
that's
they're
usually how
things
it
that
is.
like would never happen.
Yeah. Well,
Extra
good.
roster spot though, one extra roster spot, and then and an NA spot too. So
Oh, I
you
like
could
the
have
NA
kept Class
spot. There
A
we
for
go. Like
6 months
that. Yeah. Then I could have kept Class A. You know, I could have kept him as a keeper this year and had him on my roster this year.
just in case. Yeah, you never
Yeah.
know. You never know.
Yeah. You never know.
All right, man. Well,
All right,
hopefully
guys. Good chatting
talk
with
to you
you.
soon either
Hopefully,
way, and
fucking
have a great night.
yeah. Hopefully,
Good to
talk to
see
you
you,
guys
Jordan.
soon
Good luck,
and
man.
vote for Jordan. See you guys.
All right, sounds good, bud. See you.
Yeah.
Later.
Bye.